Hello, how are you guys? This is like the first time I've gone live all month, number one. Number two, that I've gone live from my phone in like half of a year. So if you can hear me and see me okay, say hello. If you're watching the replay, let me know where you're tuning in from. Happy December. I know I've been a little bit quieter around here. I've been taking more space with my family, but I really wanted to hop in today and do a training with you on core offers, just because in the freebie that I released this month, the client map, and some of the work that I've been doing with my clients this month, I've really been seeing that core offer is an area where a lot of people are getting stuck and making mistakes. So I'm gonna go over, so say hello if you're here with me, and let me know if you can hear me. Hopefully everything's working okay. I finally got a new phone. Yay! My infant actually threw my last one in the bathtub, so kind of expedited things. But I wanted to go over 5 mistakes that you might be making with your core offer and how to fix that so that more people can purchase your offer, right? So the first thing, and I was gonna say before I dive in, we're doing a gift exchange this month. And so not only this month, but this week. So if you're interested in swapping a $20 gift, snail mail with a sister in this group, there is a thread that you can find. It's probably just a few down. And all you have to do is say I'm in and say kind of your wish list. And what I'm going to do, it's not going to be secret sister style. It's going to be, what's the opposite of secret? It's going to be known. Like it's going to be like, I'm just going to basically pair you up and let you guys choose how you want to do it. If you want to swap mailing addresses, or if you don't feel comfortable sharing your mailing address, you can do an Amazon list. Hey Chelsea, hey Rachel, how are you guys? Oh, this is so fun. Beautiful. So sign up if you want some wonderful snail mail, Christmas style, in your inbox. Because I feel like it's great to get gifts from our family, but from like a fellow entrepreneur who knows what it's like and kind of like knows our needs and our self-care needs as a business owner is really special. Okay. It's so fun now too, you guys. When you go live from your phone, it actually gives you the option to bring people on, which is kind of crazy. And at the end of this broadcast, I might try it out. So if you stick with me to the end and you have a question about core offers, about signature offers in your business, maybe we can try this out and I can bring you on and answer, maybe do some live coaching. Okay, first mistake you might be making in your business when it comes to your core offer: not having one. So this may be obvious, but at least at the start of my business, I was really afraid to create something, put a price tag on it, put a fun name on it. And I think even now in my business, often I forget to do one of the key things when it comes to making a really clear offer. So might be obvious to some, might not. Make sure that your offer has a great name, has some results-oriented bullet points, has a description of what's included, has a price tag. And I think too, like not being afraid to market it, right? Like not being afraid to make it fun and sexy and attractive, because this is an offer that's great, right? Like on the back end, you do great at delivering when it comes to this core offer. So I think there's no shame in marketing it beautifully. So that's number one, making sure that you actually have a core offer and that your audience knows about it. And so maybe you just make a PDF. Maybe if you're emailing someone who's a potential client, you just write up some bullet points. It does not have to be fancy. You do not even have to have a website to sell. In fact, even to this day, the majority of the stuff I sell is through a PDF. It's not always on my website. So that's number one. Number two, so this gets to a little chart that I made you guys. Might have spilled tea on it. Can you see this, or is this backwards? Oh, dang it. I think this might be backwards. Okay, I'll describe it to you. So a question I get from a lot of people who are just starting out in their business is, how do I know what to do in my business? How do I make money online? And a pressure I really felt early on in my business is I have to encompass all of me, all my strengths, all my passions, and all my desires, or else I feel like a fraud in my business, which is absolutely insane, right? Because how could we ever encompass all that we love and that we're passionate about into one business? Like we just can't, right? And so that's why I wrote your business equals the Venn diagram overlap of your strengths and your client's needs, right? Can you guys see this? If you guys have magical backwards mirror reflecting reading eyes. But this is like my next 2 points of what you might be missing when it comes to your offer is you might be missing one of these two. So What's the first side? The first side is you do want to use your strengths in your business, right? Like you want to enjoy your business. You want to love your business, kind of like I was talking about yesterday. If you don't love your business, if you're not enjoying what you're doing 80% of the time, hopefully if you've been in it for more than a year, 90% of the time, you either need to switch your business model, you need to change something, or you need to start a new business or quit and get a day job, right? Because running a business isn't easy. And so if we're going to be running a business, we might as well enjoy it, right? You feel me? Let me know if you feel me on that one. So if you're not feeling like, and maybe when you started your business, you were using your strengths, but now that you've evolved, you're not really enjoying your core offer anymore. You're not really enjoying what you're creating. It might be time to, hey, Rochelle, evolve and change things. So that's that side, right? You loving your core offer, you really being excited about it, you guys, because that's what sells, right? When you're showing up and you're saying, hey, you guys, I've got this thing and it's literally life-changing and I think you should be a part of it. That's what's going to sell, right? More than the name of your offer, more than anything else, is you being the leader and showing up and saying, hey guys, I've got something of value and you've got to have it. So if you're not really tapping into your strengths and you're not loving your core offer, probably needs to shift, right? So that's part A. And then the other side of that is your client's needs. So not everyone will agree with me on this one, but I really feel like this is equally important. Not just what you're passionate about, because I don't know about you, but I'm passionate about like 9,000 things, right? But also is what you're offering meeting your client's needs, right? Is what you're offering marketable, sellable, and is something that people want to invest in. And this is really important because it makes it a viable business, right? And not that we can't have hobbies and passion projects, but I think we need to give ourselves permission to be strategic about creating an online business that makes money, right? Something that someone wants and something that someone is going to pay you for. How do you figure this out? Well, A, there's this big fear about, oh, someone else is already doing what I want to online. Should I? The cool thing about that is it's proving the need, right? Like if there's someone out there that's doing what you're doing online, it's good news, not bad news, right? Like instead of seeing that as competition, really seeing that as that's validating your need, the need, right? Maybe if you're doing something unique and you're like, oh shoot, I don't know if anyone else is doing this online. The best way, this is my advice, to find out if what you're creating is something that will make your business viable is just start connecting with people and talking to people about it, right? So whether you're creating a low price course and you're just trying to sell it and seeing if it will sell. Maybe you're, let's see, what was I going to say the other thing? Maybe you're just doing free calls, right? Like even when you're doing things that aren't your signature offer, you're still selling your idea, right? And you're still feeling out, is this something that people would be interested in? So let's say whatever the topic is, let's say it's candle making and you create a $10 ebook on it. See if you can sell it. Like see if you can sell the $10 ebook and see if people are wanting that from you. And in the process, you'll hear, oh, maybe they didn't want to know this, but they wanted to know this, something else instead, right? So that's 2 and 3 is 2 of the mistakes you might be making with your core offer is either you really don't love your core offer, like you're really not enjoying your core offer and you're not into it. Maybe you were, but you're not anymore. Or maybe you're feeling the pressure to do something that someone else is doing or have the business that someone else has. But really making sure that you're excited about your core offer. And then also making sure that you're listening to your tribe and that you are creating something that your clients need so that you can serve people, right? Like that's the point, is creating something that's actually going to help people be better off on the other side. So this is my T-stain model for you. Really making sure that your business down here is that hybrid of your strengths and your clients' needs. Okay, those are 3. Ready for number 4 and number 5 on mistakes you might be making with your core offer. Number 4 is you're not mentioning your core offer. Like you're not selling your core offer. You have it. It's on your website. It's on a PDF somewhere, but you're not talking to people about your core offer. And really this is a disservice because people are better off on the other side of your paid offer. And if you're like me, you love giving value away for free. You love helping, you love serving in your personal life. You love helping your friends, right? Like you love being dependable and you're someone that's generous and kind and heart-centered. Yes, I'm not saying lose any of that. Continue to do that and also sell. right? And also invite and also let people know how they can work with you in a paid capacity really clearly, not like just in a PS of your email. But if you've never done this before, I would challenge you to email your list and say, by the way, this is how you work with me. This is what I offer, and this is how it will benefit you, right? Being really clear and showing up to serve, but also showing up fiercely to sell and being confident in that, knowing that that's of service. It's really of service for you to be clear with others how they can work with you in a paid capacity. Number 4, hashtag saying this because I love you, right? Number 5 is you're not selling in order. So maybe you are selling and you're like, Anna, I am selling. I'm letting people know. I told my list, told my group, I am selling. Then what I like to do, and that's why I've created the client map, and you can get your free copy of it's almost like a little business plan model that I created for you to get really clear on how you walk clients from being strangers to you to paying customers. And you can get that, I think, at annafranzen.com/client map, but I'm going to post the link. I don't think it's /map. I think it's /client map, which, by the way, do you guys use Pretty Links? If you're a WordPress user, Pretty Links is like the best thing. It lets you make link shortcuts like that. But you can go to annafranzen.com/client map. And if you already have an existing business, or maybe you're even starting from scratch, really be mindful that you have all the components it takes to walk someone from not knowing you to being a paying customer, right? And making sure there's no gap. So obviously we went over one of those. One gap you could have is not having a core offer at all, like not having a signature offer. That's a problem, right? Like people can't pay you if you don't have a signature offer or a core offer or something. But that's not the only problem, right? Like there's several other things that could be missing on the way to the core offer, right? The core offer is just that last final thing. And you may need to amend it. For example, do you have a great freebie that sets people up well for your core offer? Are you pushing people to your freebie? Maybe you have a beautiful freebie, but people aren't downloading it, right? Because you're not being externally visible and you're not driving people to the freebie. Maybe you have a great freebie. Maybe it's super in line with your core offer, but maybe in the middle, somewhere along the line, maybe you don't have a solid content plan that's supporting that. Maybe you don't have a community. Maybe you haven't started your email list, or maybe you're not emailing your email list, okay? Or maybe you don't have a transition, right? Or a way to move people from your community. Maybe you're thinking, Anna, I've got a full community, but they're not turning into paying customers of mine. Then really look at your transition, right? So I encourage you to download that freebie today and give yourself some white space, unplug from the computer, unplug from the tech, and really ask yourself, okay, how do I walk people through? And I think it's easy to kind of be idealistic and say, in a perfect world, what would my client map look like? No, try to chart it as best as you can how it already is in your business, right? Not like, oh, well, I want to create 3 new freebies and I want to do this webinar for a transition. Just write what it is right now. Because before you add things, the most important thing you can do is fill in any gaps, right? Before we make this client map fancier, which is good to do, and it's great to automate it so people are coming to you more seamlessly. But first, the gaps. First we need to identify if there's some sort of gap that needs to be filled in your client map. So if you've had a few clients, think through, how have they come to me? Did they hear me on a podcast, or did they see me in a Facebook group, or was it in an in-person referral? And really thinking through, how are clients currently coming to me? And what are the gaps? What are the gaps? And then once you do that, hey, Alyssa, thank you for joining me. Once you figure out the gaps and you fill those, then you have my full permission to make it more seamless, more automated, and look at how do we attract clients to you in a way that's a little more flowy, so that you're not literally manually having to find clients every client by client. Does that make sense? So what I'd love to do now is, if you would like to go live with me, and I want to try this feature out, and if you have a question around your signature offer, I would love to. I think you may have to be my friend on Facebook, because I'm seeing some people pop up and it's giving me the option to add them. Or maybe it's that they're on their phone. So we'll see. If you're willing to go live, let me know, and we'll see if it'll let me add you to the broadcast. But these are the 5 things I really suggest thinking over and taking to heart if your signature offer isn't, yay, Alyssa, perfect. Yes, Alyssa. Alyssa popped up and said that it was loud. Rochelle, it's not saying that you can. I wonder if it's because it's a phone thing or something. Okay, Alyssa, I'll bring you in just a moment. I can't wait to meet you too. And then I have to go in about 5 minutes. But these are things that I would love for you to think through in making sure that your core offer is set up to welcome people into your business. And if you guys fill out that freebie, if you guys complete your client map, I would love for you to post it in the group. If you're open to feedback from me and from the other women in here, I think that would be powerful. But that's my best advice for you if you're like, I'm not hitting the income goals I want to, if I'm not attracting the clients that I want to. Like, that is what I walk my clients through, and I have an intensive too. If you're like, I don't want to do this alone, I need your help, Anna. So if you want more deets about that. Okay, so let's see, Alyssa, if it'll let you come on and you could ask me, add as a gift. Let's see if this works. And feel free in the comments too to let me know if you have any questions if you're watching the replay about it. Hello!
Hi, how are you?
So fun to meet you.
Isn't this most fun? I know.
Yes, so do you have a question about your core offer, or what are you thinking?
Yeah, so I'm an online home design and decor consultant. I wanted to take the luxury out of interior design because so many of women that I connect with, we're working on bringing in probably a second income to our homes, want to stay home with our kids, want our houses to be super functional and beautiful, but like we have kids with red Kool-Aid and sticky hands and soccer uniforms, right? Like, so my ideal client looks a lot like me. And what
You mean like my whiteboard that has like scribbles all over it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I wanted, like, I'm on this mission to be like, you don't have to wait 20 years to have a pretty house. Like,
so good.
Yeah, like you deserve to have the house that looks the way you want, but you don't need to invest in wool and like handmade things right now, unless you want to, but I don't think it's worth the stress of like chasing your children off of your furniture. So my signature offering is actually a membership group. And what I was finding is that most of the women that I was attracting are actually like wannabe DIY designers. They really love home design. They pin it ad infinitum. Like they pin and pin and pin. And then they're so overwhelmed that they don't make decisions. And they buy the wrong things and they waste their time and they waste their money. So my offer is a monthly membership group. And I'm in there every day. I commit to commenting and providing advice, sourcing furniture, picking paint colors, you name it. You throw your questions in that Facebook group and I get back to you. $49 a month. Like, get in there. But I'm stuck on marketing. Like, the women that are in there are amazing. My one-on-one design clients are amazing. I have awesome client experiences and processes, and I've spent all this time building the tech, and now I'm like, okay, I need 100 people in order for my business to sustain itself and me and my family. So what do I do next?
Yeah, so remind me, so how many people do you have in your membership site right now?
So right now I have 7.
How did they get in there?
They are either paying clients that I then transitioned into members for follow-up. I have a free community with over 1,200 women. And so I'm working on just being very more forward and saying like, hey, I would love to help you with this. Come on over here and I will spend time on you. And maybe I'm just being impatient. That's probably a thing, right?
How long has it been open?
Well, I launched it in August, but then we actually lived in Florida, and so I had to take a break for the hurricane. And so I've recently set a goal to bring style into 30 homes by December 30th.
I love that goal, right? Because it makes it like so much more human.
Right. Like, okay, and I know I have the time, like the scale of the group concept. I know exactly who tags me in posts. And I can say, okay, you need me to shop for a couch for you. That's going to take 3 or 4 days. I can't do it all in one day. But they're not a one-on-one design client. So like the scale of the work per client, like I could probably have 100 women in that group. Not only would that be life-changing for me, but like then they all help each other. Like the community of it is so awesome. And I don't know that there's other design resources like this out there. And so I think maybe I'm battling, like I'm selling something that doesn't exist yet. Maybe, I don't know.
I would love, well, I mean, the beautiful thing is you have 7 people in there, right? And so something is working. And so what I would, just since I don't know like anything else about your business besides what I heard right now, I would love you, have you filled out that client map before?
I've filled out, I've actually put it myself like on a pause of training like stuff, but I will fill it out.
I would love you to fill that out and post it in the group, and then I'm happy to give you feedback. But I wonder if for you it's getting really clear on how people are becoming members so that you can either choose, do I want to keep doing this organically, or do I want to do it in a paid way? But if I want to do it in a paid way, making sure that I really know that it's gonna profit for me, right? That I know, like, whether if there's like a freebie that you're using to get people in, or if you're doing live launches.
It's honestly, it's that one-on-one. Oh, hey, buddy. Yep, here's my little life. Say hi.
Hello. Oh my gosh, so cute.
It's honestly that they post and I say like, hey, this is how I can offer you. Here's the landing page. Let me know if you have questions. And then maybe 70 or 80% of the time they're like, okay, I'll join tonight. Like, and it's just finding people that are primed, that are like really ready to say like, oh, this is totally worth $49 a month or whatever it is. So
it's working when you're like, you're almost like,
it's working when
launching person by person, right? Yeah. Have you done like a live launch of it before?
So I'm doing I actually just got like kind of poked and prodded to do a live. So I do live design. Actually, I do live call-in, but instead of this, my girls flip around and show me their house.
Oh, I love that.
Do like interior design on the fly. And so I'm going to do kind of a mock-up of that on Monday as a webinar. Like I'm hoping that like that gets some people to sign up and at least join my audience. And then I have some paid ads running, but I don't know that they're converting. So
are they paid ads straight to the site or to your freebie?
They are paid ads to, I think, straight to the site. No.
So I would.
Yeah, there's an email capture in there, but.
But it's marketing your program.
It's marketing that.
So
like
I would
30 and 30.
Say that again.
It's marketing that like 30 by December 30th.
Totally. So the 2 things that come to mind that may be your gaps are, I would market the freebie, right? Or whether it's your group, like it seems like your group is a great freebie that converts for you, or like if you are dumping paid money, like paid advertising, I would definitely do it onto like free stuff, right?
Yep.
And then it's almost like once they're in your group, it sounds like to me, it's only a matter of time before they join in, right? So like you're doing with webinars, looking for a way to convert them more mass instead of manually.
Yes. I would like it to be a little more like a core skills instead of like client reaping every single time.
Yeah, totally. Like bringing in like 15 at a time instead of 1 at a time.
Yes. That would be amazing. So I think I'll definitely fill out that client map, and then I'll share kind of like the little blurb about Monday's webinar. But I want to give away, I'm going to do like a drawing for a free design on Monday. And so we'll just do it just like this. And then I also give away like design packages in the group. So it's an $89 product that I sell, but it's free if you're in the group. So I'll probably give away one of those to everybody that stays till the end.
I love that. And then at the end, you sell your membership, right?
Yeah. Then at the end, it's like, oh, hey, did you like this? This is exactly what we do once a week, all the time. Like,
so good, right? So it sounds like what you're doing is changing your transition from more of a manual transition, like hey, join my group. Hey, join my membership, to like more of like a leveraged transition, which is a webinar. So I think that sounds like you're on point.
Yeah, I feel like it was just with something so service-based, and you probably hear this sometimes, but like I couldn't figure out how to do a webinar on something that like, how do I teach it in concept? Like, because really what I'm selling is that I want you to ask me for advice, right?
Totally.
I'm not trying to teach you how to do it yourself, because that's the whole point, is that you don't need to waste time doing it yourself. Because you're a mom and you have a job and you don't need to be Joanna. Like, so I struggle.
I love
I
that.
struggle because like I want to teach people how to do things, but then it's like, but that's not the essence of it. So I feel like I don't know, the online course world is, and I'm a former educator. That's my formal education is in education, and so I always want to teach people how to do things, but like,
great.
They don't need to waste time learning how to like pick a rug. Just ask me and I'll pick it. Like, let's make this easy. So, okay, I will definitely fill out that client map and then share Mondays with you. But thanks for the validation.
Yes, it sounds like you're on the right road, which is, you'll see in your client map, probably transition and free entry point might be asterisks for you. I have to go right now. So I have a client
I do
call
too.
in 2 minutes.
Our bus is almost here.
You're right, but post in the comments to your group in case anyone's watching and wants to join. But thank you for popping on, and it was great to meet you.
You too. I'll see you again soon.
Bye, Lisa. So good. That was so fun. I'm so glad we got to try out that feature. But to any of you who are watching, it sounds like Alyssa's on the right path as far as looking at her transition and her freebie, her free offer. But if any of you guys are feeling stuck, feel free to download the freebie and work through it and post it for us too, and ask the group, hey, I would love your feedback on this. Where is my gap? Where do I really need to be focusing on to draw more people to my core offer? And like Alyssa, her transition wasn't broken. She was transitioning people to her core offer, right? She was doing that one by one in her group. She was saying, hey, come join my membership if you want more of this, and it worked, right? But then she was looking at, which is the second thing, once you don't have gaps in your map, you look at, how do I really streamline this? How do I make it more efficient? And so her leveraged version of a transition is a webinar, and there's other things you can do too. Okay. Have to head out. Go to annafranson.com/clientmap if you want that freebie. And I adore you guys. Hope you're having a great week. I'm so excited that Christmas is coming up for those of you that celebrate Christmas. And keep in touch. Okay, talk to you guys soon.